In honor of Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine releasing today, I decided to make a video, and I just want to disclaim that I have not seen the Deadpool 3 movie, so there will be zero spoilers in here. But what I'm going to be talking about is the state of the MCU and whether or not this movie is going to save or revive the MCU from the great dip that it took during Phase 4. Now, the MCU had one of the greatest runs of all time with the Infinity Saga and Endgame, and even before that, those movies were timeless. If you look at the Iron Man trilogy, the original Iron Man movies were just absolutely masterpieces. Many of the MCU original movies were beautiful. We had a couple mid ones in there, but a lot of them were very memorable and honestly would stick with you for many, many years. And I think that's why they were able to build as much as they did build around the MCU and the cinematic universe, around the Avengers and all of these people, and expanded as far as galaxies. And now we're in the fucking multiverse, which is insane to think about when you look a couple years ago where Marvel was. And don't get me wrong, Phase 4 definitely had some good movies, and some of the series were absolutely amazing and I enjoyed. I mean, I definitely enjoyed Moon Knight. I enjoyed Loki. Loki was one of my favorite. When WandaVision came out at the time, I also enjoyed it. Spider-Man No Way Home was good as well, although it had its flaws. But those are really the main things that I actually remember for being good and actually having a memory of what took place in those shows and movies. Everything else is kind of a blur, and I'd have to go back and rewatch to remember most of what happened. I mean, these movies that have been coming out recently in Phase 4, like Love and Thunder, Wakanda Forever, haven't really been hitting and haven't really gripped me as a viewer to actually really genuinely care about the characters. I mean, the characters feel very one-sided. They don't have really much depth to it. The story you don't really care about, and you kind of stop giving a fuck midway through the movie. To say the least, Marvel movies back in the day felt like a carefully selected movies that were made with actual love and actual care for the characters and the plot and the story, and not just a money machine that was hungry for clicks and box office numbers. Now, they did a whole bunch of shows and little TV shows that didn't really cost that much to make, to build characters that were supposed to be the next Avengers, the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But the problem with that is building these new characters that people are supposed to love and care about, like we did with Iron Man, Captain America, and the original Avengers cast. But you know what surprises me is the fact that you haven't liked the video yet. So please, if you're enjoying this video, smash that like button, and please subscribe to my channel if you're new. 98% of my viewers are not subscribed, which is kind of crazy if you ask me. So please, help your boy out. Back to the video. It's difficult when the care and the proper thought process and the proper love and time is not being put into these characters to introduce them. I mean, introducing characters like Miss Marvel into a show that is very weakly written. Same with She-Hulk. She-Hulk was a very, very bad show. And when things are done in this way, where things are being poorly written and there's not as much care going into the plot and the characters, and more of it's based around cameos and which actor is going to show up as which character. Now, I'm not gonna lie, with the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, it does seem like they're doing a bit of a different approach to these Marvel movies. I mean, it's the first R-rated Marvel movie, which is kind of a shocker. I was genuinely wondering before Deadpool actually was brought to the screen and they were planning on making the script and everything, whether or not it was going to be R-rated, because Disney seemed so focused on building these characters for the future, and I genuinely just didn't know if they were going to actually make a Deadpool R-rated movie. So the fact we even got that from Disney is actually amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Will we get a movie that is going to revive the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that is going to make you excited for when Marvel movies come out again? I genuinely don't know if Deadpool and Wolverine's gonna do that, or if it's supposed to do that. I mean, looking at it from the outside, it's one of those movies that people have been waiting since they were fucking little kids to see. So from the outside, we expect it to be one of those movies. But with the trajectory that the MCU has been on, I don't know if one movie is gonna be able to turn around and switch every fuck up that they've done for the past 2 years. I mean, shit, I hope it does turn around and make people super excited. This is the first Marvel film I've actually been excited for in maybe 2 years. The last Marvel film I was really excited for was probably No Way Home. And since then, it's been very lackluster. The Doctor Strange movie was kind of hype because of the Fantastic Four, and even those cameos felt very useless and more like a money grab and just to get people excited at what the possibility is. I think that Deadpool and Wolverine definitely is one of those movies. I mean, the title, the actors who are playing these characters is just iconic on every level. It has the capabilities to turn Marvel's trajectory back onto the upside 100%. But I don't know if that is the point of this movie. I don't know if that's this movie's job to fix every mess up that the MCU has had up until now. I mean, everything that's been said about this movie has mostly been good. There has been some complaints because I have seen some spoiler-free reviews. Shout out to Andrew Chandler, he made a video, I watched that, and I also watched New Rockstar spoiler-free review of the movie, and I must say that Eric from New Rockstars did rate Deadpool 3 just under No Way Home in his rankings, and that is pretty good in my opinion. I mean, No Way Home was an amazing movie. It did have its flaws, but to be ranked that high up on the scale is just a good sign and definitely is good for the MCU. I'm super hyped for this Deadpool movie, but like I said, it shouldn't be this is the first movie I'm hyped for from the MCU in years. This shouldn't be the case. They need to change some things that's been going on there. They need to take a more humble approach and actually, instead of pumping out tons of shows and movies, maybe focus on one project at a time and put the quality in terms of writing and CGI into this movie. I genuinely rather wait longer for something that's going to be more quality that I'm actually going to remember and enjoy and maybe want to put on for a second time or a third time or a fourth time, instead of just getting shows pumped out to me every couple months that really aren't that memorable and kind of unenjoyable. But like I said, I don't think that one movie can turn around an entire company's trajectory. I do think it's going to be a positive impact on what the MCU is going to be putting out for the future and going to give us some hope, but it definitely can't revive the MCU entirely. And I personally don't think we should put that much pressure on one movie, you know what I'm saying? The expectations are high. We are extremely hyped for this movie. I can't wait to watch it, and I know it's going to be amazing. But anyways, that's going to be the video. That's all I have to say for today. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I upload almost every day. I really appreciate it. I've been your boy. Peace out.
What the fuck they said? Niggas said I fell off, huh? Put that shit to bed. I was in them fields, but I bought whips instead. I bought cribs instead.